Choppers, and welcome to our Quickie preview of Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber, a hidden role game in which you have to manipulate the maze to your opponent to achieve your ultimate secret agenda. Before we begin, I would like to note that the prototype you see us using here is of the special plastic cards, which will be available for the deluxe version of the game. At the beginning of the game, you will take all four of the roles, the mouse, cheese, cat, and cucumber cards, and we'll mix them together, shuffling them, and then pass them out to each player. If you're playing with less than 4 players, the extra roles are set aside without looking at them. Then, once everybody has their role cards, you will take the full art cards of the 4 roles to set up the beginning of the maze, taking the cat and the cucumber, setting them aside, and putting the mouse and the cheese like so, with an diagonal cut card there, and also a corner cut on the board. Once the beginning of the maze is out there, you shuffle up the rest of the stack of tiles and put them to the side, placing out 4 of them to start the conveyor belt. After that, the cucumber card is shuffled in the last 3 cards of the maze stack, and then the cat is inserted somewhere in the middle of the stack. On their turn, players will take 1 tile from the conveyor belt, any of the 4 that are on the conveyor belt, and place it strategically into the maze. Now, depending on which cog your tile has on it, will cause the other ones to rotate as such. Let's say I put this one here. We can see it will make this tile here rotate counterclockwise. Whereas if I had placed a tile with a dark blue cog on it, the tile next to it, whichever side, would make that tile rotate clockwise. If I would have had to place the tile next to the mouse on one of the sides, like so, it would make the mouse tile move through the grid to the other side, or to any open available side. Which brings us to the win conditions of the game. If there is an open path when one of the tiles happens to be placed next to the mouse, and the mouse can reach the cheese, that's how the mouse player wins. When the cat tile shows up in the conveyor belt, it is automatically added as close to the cheese as it can possibly be placed. Whenever the cat tile happens to be on the board and a tile is placed where it can reach the mouse, that's how the cat player wins. The cheese player wins if it can reach the end of the game having the mouse player reach the cheese tile. When the cucumber player's tile enters the conveyor belt, the game is triggered and the cucumber player will win. It can trace a path from the mouse to the cheese, but also from the cat to the mouse. That's how cucumber wins. It should also be noted that the cat player's token will also be able to move on the board just like the mouse player's token whenever a tile is placed next to it. So if this tile was placed here, the cat at the end of the turn would move that way. Then the players, after they've placed a mouse tile or a map tile and possibly moved the cat or the mouse, they will replace a tile in the conveyor belt to make up for the one that they just placed into the maze. Now, not only do each role have their own secret agenda beginning the game, but they also each have a reveal ability. If you reveal your identity during the game, you'll get to do that special ability. Such as the mouse here, when they reveal their identity, on that turn they can utilize mouse holes, which are special holes showing like this on some of the tiles. And the cheese, if the cheese player reveals that they are the cheese, they get to immediately rotate any one maze card, which can have a lot of great occurrences to stop different players from reaching them. Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber is coming to Kickstarter soon, so make sure you keep an eye out for it. Plus, keep an eye out for our giveaway where you'll be able to win a copy of Mouse, Cheese, Cat, Cucumber, as well as a 4-pack of passwords for Gold Edition of Cervante, which is a board gaming tabletop app where you can play multitude of games. I'm Logan. For Logan Chop's Quickie previews, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button on our YouTube channel to keep updated for all of the Kickstarter games coming to you that we cover, and we'll see you next time. Happy gaming.